Hello, and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I am here with day 2 of Follow a Sketch February, a hop started by Sandy with Scrapping Reflections, and here on YouTube, she is State Goddess. And today is a 2-page sketch. I'm going to document these pictures of my nephew's birthday dinner at the K-Pot restaurant. And I am going to be using my Bella Boulevard birthday bash collection. This is such a fun collection because it's so bright and happy. And I bought this because I, of course, love rainbows. And it is a very rainbow-esque collection. Came out right before my birthday last year, so it was meant to be. So I have just a handful of embellishments left, so I'm going to try and use some of those up, and a few stickers and puffies. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments and stickers, I have my pictures and this 2-page sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I picked these 2 papers. My nephew is wearing blue, and it's a darker blue because it's UK blue. But I figured I would go with the blue and green. I love that blend and that color scheme. So I thought I would do that. And the backside of this green polka dot is a number, like a bunch of bright colored numbers. So I am going to use both the green polka dot as well as the numbers. And then I'm just using the blue heart paper. It's like a blue on blue heart. So I create mats out of those 3 papers, and I'm going to do a blue and a green on the right layout and a blue and a green on the left layout. But I'm also going to double mat those 3 pictures at the bottom because I really want to bring in this white background with the numbers, the bright colored numbers, because I'm going to use those at the top. So I'm going to use this green strip at the bottom and then use the back side of it up here at the top, and then extenuate those by 6 inches because I cut 3 1-inch strips from this paper. So I'm going to use the green at the bottom and the numbers at the top, and then use a piece of that to map my the smaller pictures of my nephew with his dessert at the K-Pot restaurant. So after I get those down there, I am going to start lining up my pictures. Of course, I got to get them matted first. Why I left so much of this part on here, I am not sure, because y'all know how to mat your pictures and how to put tape on. So I don't know. Normally I cut all that out. So in the sketch, there's like these little dotted lines and like arrows, and I'm not going to use those, but I do add this little 12-inch border strip or braiding strip. I cut it in half and use 6 inches on the bottom and 6 inches up in the top right corner. And then I'm going to start laying out my pictures. So in this sketch, the pictures are even from layout to layout. So the top 3 pictures are even on the top side. So I want to do that. And then the only thing picture-wise that I'm doing a little bit different is they have the pictures, the 3 pictures that are together, they are only probably 11 and a quarter inches across, and there's a little space between the edges of the paper on both sides. I use a full 12-inch strip of that blue heart paper because I didn't want to cut my pictures down too much. I could have cut that one that's just the robot birthday thing because there's some space on either side, but I wanted to have space there to use some embellishments on top of the pictures without covering, important things. So I just decided I would use the entire 12-inch strip, and so it's 12 by 3.5, the blue, and then the little mats are 3.25 inch tall, and then however wide each picture is because they're not all the same size. So anyway, I get all of those down, and then I'm going to start building my clusters. Now, my circle features are not exactly the same. Like this one in the top right corner is probably about the same in size, but in the bottom left corner, there's a larger circle and then that big star. And I'm going to kind of nod to that with this smaller circle, and then use like the birthday cake and stuff. And I love the way this turns out. I am struggling a little, very little, with the amount of white that is on the far left side of the left layout. Like that whole left side is kind of empty. Now, in this sketch, there is some mixed media splatters. I have considered doing a very light splatter over there, covering the pictures, covering the embellishments, and doing a little splatter. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm going to look at this a little longer and try and decide if I want to do that. Because if I do it on the right or on the left layout, I'm going to have to find a place on the right. So I've got to think about it and decide if I've got a color that makes me happy. So I'm still thinking. You tell me what you think. I'm also really trying to not make myself be too serious about the fact that there's so much white or empty space. Like, I know if you all have seen any of my videos, I don't like to leave a lot of empty space, whether it's with some mixed media or some enamel dots or just like a little banner or something. I do love the way this layout turns out. I'm just trying not to look at that left side too much. So anyway, I have built some clusters up by both of the circles, as well as I've put this small little cluster on the far left of the left layout, where that like little sucker is. I didn't really put a whole lot there. I'm just going to put an enamel dot there in a minute. And then I put that little flower with the geotag up at the top in between the two pictures. And then that little wordy bit that says food, I'm going to put a little pink star there as well. And then over here on the right layout, I put this cake in between the two pictures, and I'm going to add a little floral there. And then, of course, I've got some florals up in that cluster where the circle and that happy, happy, happy is. So, and then because I've got the floral there, I want to make sure there's florals in a couple places. So I also have that little cluster next to the circle down on the bottom left. So I'm just trying to make things kind of evened out to where there's florals kind of everywhere. There's each color is in each cluster. I don't want, it to be really heavy in one color in, in one corner and then like completely missing a color in another. So I'm trying to even it out as best I can. This robot rolled over to our table while we were eating and played a happy birthday song the whole way over, had a lit birthday candle and cake on it, and rolled up to our table. And my nephew had to get the cake off of it, so he of course was mortified, but he did still kind of let me take pictures and looked at me in at least one or two pictures. So but it was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna journal about how much fun it was and how good the food was and stuff like that. And then that is it. I did put the title on here. I put that K-pot down there. I also, and of course, had to jerry rig some things. I used an O for I used a 0 for the O. I used a 6 and cut like something off for the O in Noah, and the A was a G that I fixed. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. I do love the way this turned out. Let me know what you think about adding mixed media to that left side and somewhere over on the right side. I just don't know. I really don't. But I hope you'll go check out the Follow a Sketch February. You can find the sketches at Scrapping Reflection on Facebook, or of course you can screenshot it from here. And then just look for the hashtag, follow, it's in my description box. I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. I hope you will come back and see me again. I will have 3 videos up today, I think, so bear with me. I'm sorry for overwhelming your inbox. But I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.